Preservation of one's own culture does not require contempt or disrespect for other cultures. You are never strong enough that you don't need help. The fight is never about grapes or lettuce. It is always about people. It's amazing how much people can do when they are not worried about who gets the credit. We cannot seek achievement for ourselves and forget about progress and prosperity for our community. The end of all knowledge must be the building up of character. True wealth is not measured in money or status or power. It is measured in the legacy we leave behind for those we love and those we inspire. The people united will never be defeated. Talk is cheap. It is the way we organize and use our lives every day that tells what we believe in. Once social change begins, it cannot be reversed. We draw our strength from the very despair in which we have been forced to live. We shall endure. Nonviolence is not inaction. It is not discussion. It is not for the timid or weak. It is hard work. We do not need perfect political systems. We need perfect participation. The only way to change is by working together as a group. When we are really honest with ourselves, we must admit that our lives are all that really belong to us. Students must have initiative. They should not be mere imitators. They must learn to think and act for themselves. When you have people together who believe in something very strongly, whether it be religion or politics or unions, you have a strong force. Our language is the reflection of ourselves. A language is an exact reflection of the character and growth of its speakers. Real education should consist of drawing the goodness and the best out of our own students. We are confident that we can work unselfishly for the betterment of mankind. The greatest changes in the world will happen when people stand up together and demand it. You cannot oppress the people who are not afraid anymore. The truest act of courage is to sacrifice ourselves for the sake of others. There's no turning back. We will win. We are winning because ours is a revolution of mind and heart. Kindness and compassion toward all living things is the mark of a civilized society. We must understand that the highest form of freedom carries with it the greatest measure of discipline. History will judge societies and governments and their institutions not by how big they are or how well they serve the rich, but how effectively they respond to the needs of the poor and the helpless. Every time we sit at the table, we make a choice. We choose to support fair wages and human dignity, or we do not. If we are truly concerned about social justice, then we must work tirelessly to uplift those who need it the most. We shall strike. We shall boycott. We shall struggle. The burdens of generations past weigh on our shoulders, but we do not carry them alone. Education is our path to understanding, our bridge to justice. Even the smallest gesture of justice can inspire a revolution of the heart. The strength of the poor lies in their ability to come together and fight for change. An individual's true power is discovered when they choose to fight for something bigger than themselves. Our sweat and our sacrifice will plant the seeds for future generations to harvest. Hope lives in the hearts of those who refuse to be silent in the face of injustice. If we do not stand up for what is right, then who will? The power of the people is greater than the people in power. It is not enough to believe in change. We must be willing to make it happen. The struggle is never easy, but it is always worth it. We teach by example, not just with words. Love and justice cannot be separated. Where there is one, the other must follow. The courage to dream is the first step toward building a better world. Fear is the enemy of progress. When we conquer fear, we become unstoppable. The poor cannot afford to be silent. Their voices are their most powerful weapon. Human dignity is not negotiable. Justice is not an act, but a commitment to truth and equality. The true measure of a society is how it treats its most vulnerable. We are not powerless. We have our voices, our unity, and our will to fight for what is right.